Hey guys, Fistbot here, giving you a quick tutorial on all the standard basic stuff you can do or need to do in the new Better Than Wolves mod. Now, this is the essential stuff. So if you already know how to make gearboxes, axles, all that kind of stuff, this one's not for you. This one is straight for the fresh off the boat type of people. Now, first thing you need to do is get hemp seeds. You'll be using hemp a lot, so obviously the more seeds you can get, the better. Two ways to do it. You can either destroy the grass and hope and pray that some hemp seeds are going to drop. The drop rate for these are horrible. You're better off just doing the other way, which is to hoe the ground, and it has to have grass. Otherwise, you're not going to be dropping anything. So just keep at it. Eventually some hemp seeds will pop up, and then when they do, you'll just treat them like any other thing. Bone meal. If you apply bone meal to the plowed ground, some plants it will make a difference, others it will not. These were planted at the same time, obviously one with bone meal, one without. Not seeing a whole lot of difference. Wonderful grow light, we'll go over that in another tutorial as well. So this is the second stage of hemp. You will have lots of little stages. This is the second main stage. The third stage, it will have one on top of it like you'd have with river cane. I've got an example of it over here. So whenever it comes to harvesting your hemp, which obviously now wonderfully anyways, you'll do just like what you do with hemp or with river cane. You'll just harvest the top one. If you harvest the bottom one, you are going to hate yourself, because this hemp takes a long time to grow, and I mean a long time. We're talking several day cycles before you even see any progress whatsoever. So be sure to only harvest the top. Once again, use the shears so that at least when you get not just the hemp, but it will also drop some seeds as well, at least on the majority. Sometimes it won't, sometimes it will, but primarily it will, and you're gonna once again thank yourself for it in the long run. Once you actually have your hemp fiber, we need to make hemp fiber. In order to do that, we got to make some wonderful tools. First off, we need to make some gears. In order to do that, you will take your wood planks, and I don't have there we go, and your sticks. So it looks like that, and then you will have your gear. Gears are very important. You'll also need to worry about rope, but we'll cover that here in a second. Your gears will be used in your gearboxes, your hand mill, your millstone, all of the basic important things to really get, your Better Than Wolves mod rocking. So now we need to make our hand crank, and that's going to take cobblestone. The only reason why I differentiate between cobblestone and regular stone is, for one, cobblestone isn't baked, and two, if you try and use the stone, it's just going to look at you and ask why the hell you're trying to do that. Now, to make the mill stone, you will take your stone and your gear, and there you go. So you will set it up like this. Right click on the crank, and it will go through this little process. This little gear right here that you see that's almost 3/4 of the way filled, that's your progress. It'll fill up. Once it's completely full, it'll spit out your result. So I got a bone in there to make some bone meal, because you cannot craft bone meal anymore. You have to mill it just like you would whenever you have your hemp. You can also do this with flour, and then you can bake bread. You cannot craft bread with just flour anymore, or just with your wheat. You have to have flour. If you just try and use the wheat, then once again it's going to look at you and ask, why are you trying to do this? Doesn't work. You have to mill it. You can mill a lot of stuff. Later on, we'll cover milling things for some of the bigger items. And so once you get that, and you can power that with a windmill later, but first you're gonna have to hand crank a lot of hemp to make the fibers that you need to actually produce the sails for the windmill. So once you have your fiber, you will craft rope. Take 6 of them for one rope. Rope, as I said, essential. You will need lots of rope if you're going to be making elevators. And axles. Axles are pretty much the lifeblood of your items. To make it, use your planks. And I've found that using oak planks, it'll work. Sometimes if you try and use like the jungle wood planks or crap like that, sometimes it doesn't work. Just a little glitch. So always trying to keep that in mind. The other thing you need to worry about is gearboxes. These are also the lifeblood of your mechanical items. So you will need your redstone and your gears, and once again your oak wood planks to make your gearbox. Some simple things. Really, you're essentially ready to go once you get your gears, your gearboxes, and your sails for your windmill. Once again, we'll cover that here in a little bit in another tutorial. But major things to catch with the gearbox. You'll see 4 little arrows on the gearbox. If you right click with an empty hand, it'll move those around. That is the side that your power is coming into. Now they can come out wherever. You can even put them on the bottom too. And there you are, you're ready to go. You can only do 3 axles in between gearboxes. If you try and do more, then you're going to regret it, because either a gearbox or an axle is going to break. So that is the lowdown on the standard basic items that you will be needing to make wonderful creations in the Better Than Wolves mod. So be sure to check up on this channel. I'm going to be making a lot more tutorials for this mod, so check back all the time. Keep playing.